Hello everyone. Whether you're a spiritual connoisseur, a self-help junkie, or someone who just wants a different perspective, chances are you love the idea of self-improvement. But why does self-improvement not work? I'm here to tell you why. The reason is that so many self-help techniques put you at war with yourself. They pit one aspect of you against another aspect of yourself. To wage war with yourself is to promote self-hate. When we suppress our emotions, which all of us must do at one point or another in our early lives, those suppressed emotions become part of our personality. Another way of saying this is, our problems become part of our personality. And as soon as they become part of our personality, they become part of our identity. You see them as yourself. And resisting any aspect of yourself is asking for emotional disaster. It is self-hate, regardless of whether you resist something positive within yourself or negative within yourself. It is self-hate, and therefore it is self-destruction. So what is the solution? The solution is exaltation. Exaltation is an old alchemy concept. It means to take something and to transform it into the highest spiritual aspect of itself. So for example, for the old alchemists, the highest form of metal is gold. If we want to live better lives where we are not continually made unhappy by our negative personality traits, we must first recognize those negative personality traits and find a way to accept them and approve of those traits, and then find a way to amplify those traits by allowing those traits to express themselves in their highest manner, in alignment with the highest and best use of those very same traits. We must exalt those very negative traits, which we think are negative, into the positive use of those negative traits. Here's an example of exaltation. Let's say I felt unloved as a child and was punished for trying to get the love I needed. I may have suppressed those feelings of resentment and powerlessness. Over the years, the powerlessness and resentment has become part of my personality. It has caused me to exhibit certain behaviors. It has caused me to be an energy vampire. Because I believe I am not allowed to ask for the things I need, I manipulate people so I can get the energy I want from them. This personality trait is so much part of me that one could say it's part of my personality. I cannot overcome this problem, and I cannot eradicate it from my personality. It is part of who I am now. So, my only choice is to take that negative personality trait and make that same personality trait into something positive. Because I am an energy vampire, I am a master at manipulating energy. I could become a brilliant energy worker. I have the capability of consciously pulling in negative energy and transmuting it inside my body so I can feed off of illness and discordant energy rather than stealing life force from people's bodies. I can manipulate energy to heal people. Also, as an energy vampire, I am a master at mental chess. I play mind games with people. So the highest aspect of that trait is to play mind games with people that benefit them. I could become a brilliant counselor or psychologist. I could outsmart people's egos and help them to see things about themselves that they are totally unaware of. Have you ever noticed that you can't overcome your problems no matter how hard you try? It's because you can't overcome something that is part of you. To try to overcome something that's part of you is resistance to part of you. It is an internal war. As soon as you identify with something, that something is you. And you can't be against that something without now being against yourself. Now, if you want to talk the very opposite of self-help, you can talk about waging war with yourself. There is no greater example of waging war with yourself than trying to overcome one of your problems or personality traits. Negative traits which are part of you can never be eradicated from you. They can only be transformed into their highest aspect. So describe yourself. What problems do you have? What do you feel are the negative parts of your personality? Be very honest about the traits that you don't like about yourself. But then I want you to spend some time thinking about what the highest exalted state of those very same negative behaviors or personality traits could be. I am dark. Perhaps the exalted form of being dark is that I'm a brilliant shadow worker. I'm a seasoned veteran when it comes to exploring the subconscious and the parts of people that people fear, the parts they're trying to avoid. So I can allow people to use me as a guide to exploring the darker aspects of their consciousness. I can allow them to take the light of consciousness into the shadows that they're afraid of going into, and especially afraid of going into alone. Also, dark energy is powerfully captivating because it frightens people. So instead of trying to become lighter and lighter, I can embrace that dark energy and allow myself to captivate people's attention and break them out of the monotony. Maybe I am anxious. The exalted form of being anxious could be that I am sensitive. I am sensitive to the energies around me. I could be a talented interior decorator because I can feel the way that energy moves around a room. I am sensitive to the placement of objects and the influence that colors have on our emotions. I could design homes for people that made them feel exactly how they want to feel upon coming home. Maybe I'm a bully. Bullies push people. The exalted form of being a bully could be that I push people to be their best. I embrace my forceful energy and use it in situations where people could benefit by that force, such as when someone needs especially strong encouragement. Bullies establish dominance within a social group. The exalted version of this is leadership. I embrace my leadership ability and take charge when other people feel as if they need direction. I take initiative. I can rally people into cooperating with one another. Exalting your negative personality traits and problems is not about going to war with yourself. I promise you it is counterproductive to try to rid yourself of any aspect of yourself that you identify with. This is to wage war with yourself, and you can't do that and live a happy life at the same time. Whenever you are trying to change an aspect of yourself that you don't like, you are in resistance to yourself. And whatever you resist persists. So the best way to deal with this is not to resist any aspect of yourself, not to try to get rid of part of your personality or a trait of yourself that you don't like. The best way to deal with this is to find a way to fall in love with what you hate about yourself. Find a way to turn metal into gold on an internal level. I promise you that this will improve your life immensely. When it comes to self-help, nothing can help you as much as embracing who you really are, which is the opposite of what most of us are trying to do if we are in the self-help industry or if we're addicted to self-help. What we've been spending our lives doing is trying to turn ourselves into something and someone else. Have a good weekend.